One of the most popular day trips in Italy is from Rome to Florence. In this video, we are going to show you how to book your ticket, what to see in Florence, where to eat in Florence, and how to enjoy this day. Let's get it started, but before going forward, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this channel and push that like button so that you get all the notification for future tips and guides related to Rome. Before going any further, let's quickly take a look at where you can book your ticket from Rome to Florence. Return ticket, obviously. One website is trenitalia.com right here. It's owned by a state, both the website and the trains. Another website is italotreno.com. It's owned privately and they have different schedules. So let's go with the state-run website. You change the language from Italian to English. You put from Termini because that's in the heart of Rome. Roma Termini. Normally that's most people leave because depart because that's a city center. To Florence, Firenze. You need to write this in Italian. Firenze, Santa Maria Novella. Time, let's say 20th of June. I would suggest 7 in the morning, so you arrive early. 20th of June, return on the same day. And at 5 in the afternoon, one person. Let's see the prices. Well, the prices start from 24 euros. Okay, let's take a look at this one. You see, the very first thing you need to do is look at duration. This one has 3 hours 46 minutes. You want to avoid this one because it stops everywhere. You want to choose the ones that go in 1 hour 36 minutes. So I'm going to choose this one. You have all these options. These require certain memberships and cards. I would go with this one. A/R in giornata. Going and coming back on the same day. That's what it means in English. This is 7 euros more, 6 euros more expensive than super economy. But I would prefer this one because you have the time modification option. Let's say you are in Florence and it's already 5 and you still want to spend another 2 hours. If you buy this ticket, A/R, you have the option to modify the time. So you don't lose money in this case. But if you know 100% that you're going to come back at 5, go by all means, buy the super economy. I would choose A/R. This one, I would choose the seat if I want. Otherwise, go to return journey. I will go to return journey and ask if I want more services. I say no services for me here. I'm on the return journey, so I have to choose the time for returning. I will choose the very first one. It takes 1 hour 35 minutes. Keep in mind, again, you want to choose the ones that takes 1 hour 40 minutes, not those that takes 4 hours. So I'm choosing this. It costs 30 euros and I'm okay with it. I say continue, no services. That's it. You don't have account, that's okay. If you don't have account, if you don't have the application in your phone, again, that's okay. Just fill out this information and you do I accept. It costs 60 euro. You do confirm and you do your payment. And that's about it if you don't have an account. If you have an account, you log in and you save all this information in your account. Now let's book the same ticket from this privately owned company, Italo. We write Rome, Florence, Roma Termini station to Florence, Santa Maria Novella, 20th of June, same date of the other one. I want to see the prices. Return on the same day, one adult passenger. Search. I just want to know if the prices are different. They have different timetables, that's for sure. This one, the very first train that leaves from Rome is 5:40 in the morning. All their trains they take less than 1 hour 40 minutes because they don't stop in all the stations. So if you want to go early morning, you pick that one. I'm not going to go that early. Let's say I go at 6:55 and I arrive in Florence at 8:30. I will choose this one. You have different classes to pick from. I would choose the economy one. So if you want to know the difference, you just click on the option here, and it will give you all the differences, the explanation. Select that was to go. Now let's select my return ticket. You click on the select return ticket right here. It takes you to another page. You select here. Now we are selecting our return ticket. Return is for 5 in the afternoon, just like the other one we did. Let's say 5:28, 5:30. Economy, I choose this one and continue. It's pretty simple, straightforward. I suggest you use your browser to do it, but if you want, you can use also the application. But I know some of these apps are not available in some countries like Canada, but for some other countries they are available, so you can use the application. If you want to add more services, you can just do it now. Otherwise, you see the total price here is 33 euros, 33.80 euros. The other one was 63.80 euros, sorry. The other one was 60 euros. So this is some 4 euros more expensive. If this is what you want, you book it here. Let's say you didn't have the time to book your ticket here, which is always recommended to book your ticket in advance so you get fair prices, cheap prices. If you didn't book your ticket and you arrive in Termini station in Rome, you can go to the last minute offices. There are two little offices that they sell last minute tickets. Let's go to Termini station and we see what Angela has to say about those.
We are doing a day trip from Rome to Florence. We are super excited. And here we are in Roma Termini train station. We just came from the metro and now we are going towards the platform of Roma Termini. If you come to Roma Termini and you still need to buy your ticket, you see you can buy from the vending machine, or here there are both vending machines and also a ticket office with the person with the staff of both Trenitalia and Italo. That they are the two train companies in Italy. Trenitalia runs also the regional slower trains, and Italo only the bullet trains. We are leaving Rome and we are heading to Florence for a day trip.
Quickly, I'm going to show you the itinerary for your day trip in Florence. If you don't think that you want to or you can do all of these places, prioritize the one that matter the most to you. So once you get off the train station, which is in the heart of Florence, you don't need a taxi. There are 3 exits from the station. Coming forward, in front of you, going to the right, and going to the left. So go to the left if you already haven't had breakfast. Walk to La Menagere, have a nice croissant or whatever you prefer to have for breakfast. After breakfast, around 8:15, Galleria dell'Accademia opens. You can be there for Michelangelo's David and many other arts of work. Once you visit that, it might take you around 1 hour to visit all those arts of work. You can walk to Cappelle Medici or Medici Tombs, Medici family tombs, and another half an hour, consider spending here. Keep walking to Piazza di San Giovanni. Here you have 4 things to visit. One is the Baptistry of St. John, which is right here. One is the Bell Tower, right here. One is Cathedral, and one is, you can see they are all in the picture right there, all 4 of them. And one is the Duomo, Cupola del Brunelleschi. This is Duomo of Cathedral. Duomo and Bell Tower, each of them have 400 plus stairs to climb up. And you need to decide if that's something you want to do. So consider that. By the time you finish this, it's going to be lunchtime. So keep walking this way to arrive Trattoria dell'Oste. They serve nice Fiorentina or Florence style steak. Once you have your lunch, keep walking to Piazza della Signoria. Once you're here, you will see the entrance to Uffizi Gallery, which is right here. Enter Uffizi Gallery. At least consider spending 2 hours there. There are so many works of art. Once you visit everything, heading back toward the station. Station is right here. The last thing before actually going to a station is here, sorry. Before going to station, you can visit Basilica of Santa Maria Novella, right here in front of the station. If you still have time, this piazza, there are many bars. You can have a gelato, a coffee, relax and sit. And when it's time to go to a station, you can walk to your train station. Keep in mind that it's 2.5 miles in total, and the earlier you go, the better. Very comfortable shoes. And let's go see the places. One last thing before going any further is booking the tickets, entrance ticket for all these places. There are official websites. For the museums, you can use this website. It's an official website of the museums in Florence, webshop.b/ticket.com. You just come here, go all the way to the end of the page, change the language from Italian to English. You come here and write the name of the museum. They have at least 3 of the museums that I mentioned in this itinerary: Cappella Medici, Galleria degli Uffizi, and Galleria Accademia. Any of these 3. Just keep in mind that you may not get the tickets here. They sell out pretty quickly. So if you book in advance, you might find them. Otherwise, you're not going to find them on official websites, which is why I will leave the link of the third-party sellers in the descriptions. They often have it, even if you want to book it for the next day or 2 days later. So that was for the 3 places that I went over. And this website, which is ticket.duomo.firenze.it, they sell 3 different passes or tickets. One is Brunelleschi Pass, which includes these 5 places. Cupola, you need to go all the way up here. Cupola, if you want to go. One is Bell Tower, which is right here, if you want to go all the way to the top of Bell Tower. One is Baptistry, that's ground level. One is Museo, and the next one is Santa Riparata. If you want to do all of these, this is the best ticket. Otherwise, if you want to do these 4 only, Giotto Pass, the ticket for these 4. Or if you just want to do Baptistry of San John and Museo, you just buy this one. And it's the cheapest one among all of them. Just click on it, get the date and information, everything you want is there. So, for the very last place, Santa Maria Novella, which is right in front of your train station, you can book the ticket from this website. It's another official website, ticketsmuseum.comune.fi.it. You come here and you book the ticket for your visit in Santa Maria Novella. I will leave all these official websites. I will also leave the third-party websites in case these don't have and they are sold out.
Okay, we are in Santa Maria Novella train station, which is a quite small station compared to Roma Termini, obviously. And from our platform, we arrived. This is our train. We arrived and we just go straight to the exit. We don't need to do much of like staircases and escalators or subways. That's pretty straightforward. There are a few shops, cafes, and luggage deposit. And the station is in the very city center. Everywhere it's within walking reach, so it's perfect if you're coming just for a day trip from Rome.
If you're following our itinerary, go to the left side of this station. La Menagere is our first stop for breakfast. If you already had breakfast, you can skip this one. Our second stop is Galleria dell'Accademia, where we can see Michelangelo's David and many other works of art. Our third stop is the Medici Chapels. You can either book the ticket online, as I showed you earlier, or you can buy the ticket in the entrance.
Here we are entering in the Cappelle Medici, which is the tomb, the chapel, the tomb of the Medici family, very important, powerful family of Florence. I visited pretty much everything in Florence, and I never visited it for a reason or the other. This chapel was always closed, so today I am extremely happy that I managed to enter. Oh, wow.
Our fourth stop is Piazza di San Giovanni.
Santa Maria del Fiore is a large complex that includes several buildings and is one of the first attractions everyone heads to in Florence. On a day trip from Rome, it's unlikely that you will manage to see them all thoroughly, so I suggest that you pick one or two to explore properly. For example, if you arrive early, you can head directly to Brunelleschi's dome. If you have booked online the climb, which I suggest to do, you can join your queue that needs to be there some 15 minutes before the start, and the whole tour won't take more than an hour. The ticket includes all the sites, but only for the dome. Booking a specific time is mandatory. In Santa Maria del Fiore, you can also climb to the top of Giotto's bell tower, where the booking is not mandatory but possible and recommended, especially if you are visiting Florence in the high season. The other sides of the complex are, for example, the underground crypt of Santa Maria del Fiore Basilica, which is an archaeological site of where you will visit the Santa Reparata that I suggest visiting. Finally, another landmark I suggest not missing in the complex of Santa Maria del Fiore is the Baptistery of St. John. Dedicated to St. John the Baptist, the Battistero di San Giovanni was built in the 11th century on the site of a Roman building and is one of the oldest buildings in Florence. The interior dome is entirely covered with mosaics displaying scenes from Genesis, the angelic hierarchies, the life of Joseph the Patriarch, the life of Christ, and St. John the Baptist, mainly done by artists such as Cimabue, Copo di Marcovaldo, and Maestro della Maddalena. The baptistery is really gorgeous and I suggest visiting. There are benches inside, so you can sit and admire the amazing ceiling and the beautiful mosaic work. Since both the Accademia and Santa Maria del Fiore have long lines, I actually think, because you are on a day trip, so quite short in time, I actually think a tour will make you save time. Because, for example, walks, they have early Accademia access and skip the line dome climb, and it takes 3 hours and a half. So it starts early morning at 8:30. So if you leave from Rome around 6:30, you will be on time, and in 3 hours and a half. So by lunchtime, you will have visited 2 of the main landmarks in Florence that you will want to visit on this Rome to Florence day trip. Both Trenitalia and Italo Treno, they have options for leaving Rome very early, around 6:30.
After you had your lunch in Trattoria dell'Oste restaurant, walk to Piazza della Signoria. Before entering the Uffizi gallery, I highly recommend that you spend half an hour in this piazza to see the Neptune fountain, the recreation of David's statue, and the Loggia dei Lanzi, which is an open-air museum with many interesting marble statues, such as Perseus with the head of Medusa. Once you finish here, you can just walk to the Uffizi gallery, which is on the corner of this piazza. After visiting the Uffizi gallery, if you still have time and you wish to visit more things, walk toward the river and go to the right side toward Ponte Vecchio, the old bridge. Visit some of the shops there if you want to do some souvenir shoppings, and head back toward the station and our last stop, Santa Maria Novella Basilica. Our next stop is the Basilica of Santa Maria Novella, which is a few minutes from the train station.
If you think visiting Florence by yourself, you will be missing some sites and wasting time, you can join a full day Florence tour, such as the one offered by Live Tours that takes 7 hours. So starting at 10:30 a.m. by 5:36 you will finish, and you will be visiting the main sites. I will leave the link below in the description.
Subscribe to our channel for more tips and guides.